Hello everybody, Jessica here. Welcome back to my channel. Long time no chat. So July was just a crazy busy month, but I'm going to try and be back on track in August. I've got about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks-ish before I have to go back to work. So I'm going to try and crank them out while we can. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start not just one, but 2 new classification file journals that are ocean themed. And I've kind of pulled out a bunch of stuff. I've done a little bit of prep on a couple of things. That's still not dry. That's interesting. And I'll just going to go through it with you, and then I'm going to get started on the very basics. So what do I have? I've pulled out inks. I have a bunch of blues, peacock feathers, uncharted mariner, tumbled glass, salty ocean, and salvaged patina. I have some greens. I've got bundled sage, my favorite peeled paint, rustic wilderness, and forest moss, which I also love. And then I've got some blue grays, speckled egg, weathered wood, and pumice stone, which I guess is more of a beigey one. But it's like a beigey gray, whereas weathered wood is more of a smoky blue gray, and speckled egg is a very light blue gray. So I've got those. I have some of these that I made quite a bit ago, but I have quite a few of these little wax seal stamps that have like an ocean theme. I may do another stamping session. But these are fun. That one has a whale's tail. So I'm going to pull these guys out. And isn't that the cutest little mason jar you've ever seen? Love that little mason jar. Okay, that's going to live right there. I have 2 classification file folders. These are very large. Our office store near us is a Staples. And whenever I go to the very back of the store where they have their clearance section. And every once in a while, they'll have a package of these classification file folders in different colors and sizes on clearance for super cheap. So that is where I mostly am getting my classification file folders now. I have bought some vintage ones on eBay in the past, but this is so convenient. I just, need to go to Staples to pick up X, Y, or Z, swing by the back of the store, and voila, you have finds. So I'm going to have to cut these down because these are too tall, but I'll get to that in a moment. I pulled out some stamps and stencils. These are some random kind of nautical themed stamps that I bought ages and ages ago before I knew about the ills of those kind of what was it, Temu, and the one before, what was the one before Temu? I think I got them from there before I understood how they were kind of less desirable to purchase from. I have my very favorite stamp, which is a Fibonacci stamp. So I'm definitely going to use that. I have this one. This is from Amazon, and it's like a bubbly stamp. That should be interesting. I'm going to see what that looks like. So I have those. I also have Mackie stamps. This is my pile of Mackie stamps. All of them, most of them are kind of in an ocean theme. So I've got a whale. This is a pipefish, teeny tiny pipefish. I'm not even sure. I think that's a garden one. I've got this cute little puffer fish. I've got some other fishy things in here. So I've got some Mackie stamps that have I think I'm gonna make some labels that have an ocean theme to them. I've done those before, but I will film it again when I do it this next time, because that's a very fun thing. We're using some sticker paper and some stamps and some label stamps. It's a very fun activity. I've got these Tim Holtz ones, which are classic and fabulous. I've got these ones. These are the the nautical blueprint ones. These are some Stamperia Cosmos, but it's got the moon, and I mean, those are just fun. I've got the large version of some of those Tim Holtz Marine Blueprint. That's what they're called. Marine Blueprint stamps. And then I've got some various and sundry stencils. I've got my splashy stamp stencil. I've got a Simon Hurley mermaidy stencil. I've got some, these are Lavinia stencils. Here is a couple of Stamperia ones. That one is called, I don't know. That's from the Celestial kit. I have this one. It says The Ocean's Calling Sea Adventure. Definitely using that one. And then I love this. These are some ammonite from the Crafters Workshop. And it was a giant 12 by 12, and I cut it up into smaller bits. So I'll be using those. And then I have some papers. I've got, these are some map end sheets from a book that I had left over. I'm definitely using that one. Now, the two journals that I'm going to do, one is going to be for a friend who is in the fall, I think beginning of October. They're leaving, and they're going to spend 6 months sailing down to the Bahamas. And this is kind of their dream adventure. So I'm going to make them a journal for that dream adventure. And I'm going to use these nautical charts from our area for theirs. And then I'm also going to do a second one that's going to be for my Etsy shop. That's just kind of a, I'm thinking of it, I've got the actual sailor journal, and then I've got the armchair sailor journal. So then I was going to do a video of alcohol inks, because I did some alcohol inks on Yupo. I had to play, and I need more practice before I can do a video, because these, they're okay. I don't hate them, but I definitely need to watch some more videos and build up some skills, because they're not quite what I would like. I also did some ink. So I just used my Tim Holtz Distress Spray inks, not the oxides, the inks, to spray onto some tracing paper. And these have just not dried. I'm just going to mop up a little bit of the, this was like days ago. But they, yeah. You can see through the white. They make this like, makes it feel like you're looking up through the water. And these are really fun to make little envelopes from, and to sew onto pages. And when you use it in a page, if you have something on the page behind it that's like stamped, it looks like you're looking through the water at this kind of shadowy creature. So I'm going to use these in both. I like that one. It's lighter. You can really see through it. So I've got those tracing papers and those papers. Then I have a bunch of designer papers. I've got Songs of the Sea backgrounds, and I love this one. I'm so happy that Stamperia came out with these just backgrounds without the focal points, because I want to put in the focal points, and you can use these for the background. So I'm in love with that, and I actually have 2 copies of that. I've got Stamperia Sealand, which I have dipped into. I think this might be the remnants of 2 different copies of the Sealand. So it's very, very kind of nautically feeling. I think this is also Sealand. Sealand. Maybe I had 3 Sealands. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, and then I have Crafts Consortium Ocean Tail. Oops, which one? These are I love these Crafts Consortium papers. So this one is a little more whimsical, but it's fun. It's got boats and whales, and although it's a fishing ship, but then it's got some lovely seashells and corals, which this will be good for when they reach the Bahamas. And again, just kind of a more whimsical one. I am going to include some little vials for them to collect sand samples in all the different places they go, my friends who are doing the travel. And then this one, this is the Crafts Consortium She and Shore. This is just beautiful. Scallop shells, and this is a little, I think this is like a prettier one. Blue crabs for when they're in Maryland. Lobsters, seals, and with the little Japanese glass floats. I just feel like this is a puffins. This is a little more sophisticated. Curlews, sailboats. Yeah, love it. Lighthouses, so pretty. And the Crafts Consortium also does this, where they give you fussy cuts on the insides of the jackets. I just think that is so smart. So you can fussy cut this out, and because it's the jacket, it's a really nice heavy, some Rhyophyta. So great. And then this is just a random sheet that I had in my stash. It is $49 in market, but like, is that just not the perfect color? And then some cutoffs. So those are my base materials that I'm planning to use. Oh, I need to get out a little side table because I have too much stuff here. Okay. All right, here we go. So here's what I want to do. The first thing I need to do is I need to take these very large, oops, sorry, I hope I didn't tickle you. These very large classification file folders, which are like, what is this? This is 15 inches tall. Don't need 15 inches tall. I think I'm going to cut them down to 11. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this top bit, but I'm going to use it. My friend who's doing the adventure, so the real sailor one, she's also an artist. So I want to include some watercolor papers and a little Altoid tin watercolor set and some materials for her to do like little art attacks on her way. So these are going to be 11 inches. I keep hitting everything with these. So let's line this up here. I'm going to use this edge, and I want to cut off this end here. Line it up straight, and so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that right? Hold on. Because I'm trying to make sure you can see it. It's affecting my maths. Yeah, here. This will be 11 right here. So I will use my straight edge. And I'm just going to use a craft knife. I have one of those really big Fiskars heavy duty bypass trimmers, but it's very finicky and it has never quite worked the way it's supposed to. So I don't really trust it, which is sad because it was not cheap. So I'm just going to cut this down. But I have done this plenty of times before at this point, as classification file folders seems to have become my thing. I would really encourage you guys to try it out. They make really fun bases for journals, I think. I have a playlist of some of the other classification file folder stuff I've made in the past, if you're just joining me, and I'll put that playlist, I'll either stick it right there if I can figure out how to do that, or it'll be at the end, in the end screen, and I'll include that playlist at the back. All right, so there we go. So I have my corner chomper, and I'm just going to corner chomp this corner. Love this thing. This is a totally, you think, oh, I'm just going to get one of those little cheapy ones to go clippy, clippy, clippy. I recommend the heavy duty one because it's got some mechanical assist here, and it goes through the heavy duty stuff really beautifully. Okay, so there we have one. Oh, this only has one. Didn't realize it only had, all the other classification file folders that I've had have had 2 of these inserts. Maybe that's why it was so cheap. There we go. That's okay. That's okay. I know I want to do a, I want to do an envelope, a big envelope, and I want to do an elastic board. But I can just attach my elastic board here. I will reinforce both of these. This is Tyvek, so this is super strong. And I'll reinforce both of these kind of gussets. So they're spiny. And then I'll do an elastic board on here, and I will do the journal here. And this will have to be pockets and things, and an envelope here, and then the art stuff here. I got a plan. Okay, let me just cut down this other one. So this is the top. So this is what I want to cut. So if I do, go to 6, right? And then 11 inches should be at the 6. The 11 inches is at the 17 here. There we go. Like that. And one of the pieces of advice I have for you, I'm doing this the right end, yes, is that don't try to push down and get it all in one go. Be patient and do several passes along the same cut, the same line of cut, and you'll get a neater, cleaner, more precise. I don't know why this is giving me a hard time now that I'm telling you this. There we go. There you go. And I can use these in, I'm so disappointed that this just has one. All the other ones I've ever bought have had 2 of these inner flaps. Oh, that's just disappointing. That's all right. We go with the flow. We'll figure it out. Okay, I'm going to put that away, and I need to do my corner trumping. All right, so on the real sailor one, I want to cover this insert page with, I have some actual nautical charts of our home waters. So because I want them to come home safely, I'm going to cover it with the actual nautical charts. And with the armchair sailor one, I will cover it with the designer papers. So let's start with the actual nautical chart ones. So what I have, just bending over, give me a sec, is, I know I have our town chart. I think this one's it. Now these nautical charts are very old and outdated. Yes. Yep. Here's Buzzards Bay. And here are our home waters over here. And I got a bulk of them, bunch of them on eBay. So if you want to get some for your area, you can search eBay for nautical chart and then put in some words for wherever it is that you live. Like if you live on Chesapeake Bay, do Chesapeake Bay, or Hatteras, or you know, they have them for all the coastal waters. And this is from 1965, so it's highly outdated, although it's probably still actually usable for our area, but they're not recommended to use anymore. So you can probably get them for, you know, cheap on eBay if you're like watching and paying attention to the listings. So I think I'm going to cut this along this line here. I have a longer ruler here. I'm just going to tear it along this already folded. This probably sat in someone's drawer for decades because it's pristine. It's in pristine condition. Which is kind of cool, the staples rusted, so you've got some little rusty holes there, which is actually kind of cool for most of us. Okay, so I want this. Do I want to cover, or do I want to use this for like, I don't want to cover it up if I use this. If I put it here, I'm going to put the journal in here, the art stuff here. I can put all the pockety stuff on the front. Or maybe I should use this for the writing board. I think that's what I should do. I think I should use this for not the writing board, but the elastic board, because you will be able to see it through the elastics. Because this is us. All right, I'm going to save that. I just talked myself out of it, but I'm going to get I have plenty of other ones here. So another beloved place in our area that we all love very much is not that. Here's Woods Hole. Woods Hole is an important one. And then Cuddy Hunk. Oh, good. They're not quite back to back. Will that cover that? I'm gonna do the Cuddy Hunk one. See, there are those rusty staples. They're kind of cool. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to do Cuddy Hunk. I was just there the other day. It's such a beautiful island. I want to get silent pigs. No, I'll tear it along this line. Okay. So I'm going to tear it along here. There we go. Use that for something else. And then bring this back in. And, whoops. Okay, I'm gonna get the width first. I want it to cover the what is this called? The tab. Oh, that's cool. It goes almost to Quick's hole. Okay. So just for orientation, we live up here at the top of the map. This is Martha's Vineyard over here, and there are two ways to get to Martha's Vineyard. You can either go through Quick's hole here. And this is a really nice one because there's a beach that you're allowed to play on during the day. And then there's Wood's hole, which is way up here in this corner here. And the currents scream through there so fast. It's a really efficient way of doing it, but it's like nail biting. Okay. So, did I make a mark that I can see? Yeah, right there. There's my pencil. Right there. Okay. So, July. July was an exciting month. We had some house guests. And of course, I went on like a crazy cleaning spree. Have you guys seen the video of Gail Waters? It's a comedian, and she does the cleaning the house, and you know, one of her lines is you got to make it so that it looks like nobody actually lives there and you have company. It's hysterical. Gail Waters company is coming is what you should look up. I'll see if I can link it there. Hysterical. Highly recommend it. And then so we had the house guest and did my cleaning, and then like I did deep cleaning. Like I went on a tear and I took everything out of the pantries. I cleaned the pantries. I took everything out of the linen closet. I cleaned the linen closet. I did a deep clean of the bathrooms. Because there's like, you know, things that I probably should have gotten to during the school year, but you know, just doesn't happen. And then we had, after that, we had a huge cookout party because my son and his buddy had gotten back from a European bicycle adventure. Okay. So I think I want the scale on the bottom here, and I'm just gonna fold this down so that it's the right height there. And so we had this big cookout, and we had we had like 30 people over, and then we projected the video that they made for their YouTube channel, which I will link right there, so you can watch it. And we premiered it in the backyard, and you know, projected it up against the side of the barn. It was just a fun night. And so then after that, kind of settled down for, and then I was sick for a week. Had some weird fever virus thing that was not COVID, just some weird thing. There we go. Cuddy Hunk, Quick's Hole, Home Waters. Okay, so let me glue this down. What kind of glue do I want to use? This is going to be on a boat, so I want to make sure that whatever I use is going to stick, but it's paper to paper. What do we think? Do we think glue stick would hold? Maybe I'll do a combination. That's what I'll do. I'll do a combination. I'm going to do glue stick. Oh, this one's almost empty. Not going to use that one. How about this one? This one's almost empty too. Nope, this one has so much. So I will do glue stick in the middle. Yeah, I was miserable. I had like a high fever, and just aches. It really felt like it was COVID-y, but I kept testing negative, never tested positive for it. And so that was like a week-long thing. Okay, there's that, and then I'll do this along my edges. Oh, shoot. What else? And now it's August, and I always say for teachers, I teach high school, for those of you who don't know, for teachers, June is like Friday, July is like Saturday, and August is like one long Sunday. That edge. And that edge. And then I'm just going to, wow, I just keep, there we go. I need a wipe. Going to scoosh that all down. Get that crease down. There we go. It's just about disappeared. Yay. Okay. My little scissors. Oops. Well, get these little scissors anyway. The other pair just fell. Just trim this off. These are not working. My Tim Holtz handy dandy, teeny tiny, highly dependable, nothing sticks to them. Love these scissors. Okay, come on, you. What else? Hope I remember all the things I said I would link. If I forget anything that you want to see, just shoot me a note. While we're chatting, if you are enjoying this and if you want to see how this progresses, now would be a great time to hit that like button and click the subscribe. I would really appreciate that. It really helps me grow my channel. My channel has been kind of stagnant for July because I wasn't putting anything up, so I would really appreciate the help at getting back on track. Okay, so that's that side, and I'm going to do another one of those on this back side. I'm actually thinking maybe I will do this, the cover. It's almost the right size. Because it's just so nice and sturdy. So I could cut it just past the fold. I'm still gonna try it out here. Just past the fold. Let's get this all lined up. And that'll really beef up that page. There we go. And then maybe a 1/2 inch. Oh, shoot. 1/2 inch there. Funny, I know you're supposed to use this with the cork side down, but I find when I use the cork side down, there's the difference in height between the cork surface and the metal surface is this, there's like this little lip, and sometimes the knife wants to slide underneath there. So I flip it over and do it with the cork side up. Okay, now let me get a handle on the height. See, that's pretty perfect. Although I'm gonna mess up that Noah. Okay, so that is there. Do I want the, I kind of want the sailboat. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I want Buzzards Bay, south coast of Buzzard Bay on there. So let me cut off the south coast of Buzzards Bay, so it's the top, because I kind of want the sailboat. I'm gonna probably chop off this, but I can use that someplace else, and it will still look good. So let's see, right about there. There we go. And then fight pollution. I think that's kind of fun. Okay. And then about, oops, like that. Maybe just above that line. Like that. There we go. Voila. Yep, that works for me. Oh, I could have left a little bit more on, it looks like. Well, that's sad. So be it. It's the right width. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do glue stick in the middle. I like these Pritt sticks very much. I ordered them from Amazon, but I think they're from Europe, aren't they? Aren't folks in England? I think everybody over in Europe uses these. Ireland. Looks like it's made in Ireland. That's cool. But I got it off Amazon, of course. Oh dear. Do I have any more of these? Oh no. Yes, I do. I do. It's the thing that I find annoying about these sticks is that you always have a little bit in there. And I try to save them so I can like gouge it out a bit. But you have to have the time to do that. And I never happen to think about it when I have the time. Okay, brand new one. Okay, there's that. I'm going to go along. This is art glitter glue that's in this little bottle for the edges. There we go. And then here, put this on. Comme ça. Line up that edge there. Oh, maybe scooch it top. There we go. Just a little bit. Kind of split the difference. There we go. And this is going to have pockets and things on it, so I won't feel too bad if some of it gets covered up. There we go. It's just, you know, like for reinforcement and decoration, a tad. I wonder if I could get this into my sewing machine. All right. So then I just take my handy dandy little scissors and cut off the excess around the edge and down here as well. And then we have our inner page reinforced and looking prettier than the plain craft card file divider. There we go. Again. There we go. So I'll do something on the cover. Not sure what yet. Probably like a panel that says something. Not have to think about that one. Then in here there'll be like an envelope so that they can just like put receipts and brochures and pieces of paper that they pick up along the way as memory and stick that in the envelope. And then there'll be another elastic board in here. Pockets and things, journal, art page. Okay, so I'm just going to do basically the same thing that I did here to the other one, only instead of these papers, I'll use the designer cardstock, and I will show you that in the next episode. So thanks so much for joining me. Once again, hit that like button. Please consider subscribing and leave me a message. Let me know. Do you sail? Do you like nautical designs? Let's chat. Hope you have a great day and stay safe. Bye-bye.